Over 60? Many seniors believe that taking a handful of vitamins every morning is the safest way to stay healthy. But here's the shocking truth. Some of the worst vitamins for seniors are sitting right in your cabinet, silently damaging your brain, stiffening your arteries, and even weakening your bones. Clinical research shows that the wrong vitamins to avoid after 60 can raise your risk of stroke, memory loss, and nerve damage by more than 40%. Yet millions keep taking them every single day, thinking they're doing the right thing. The good news? By understanding which vitamins are secretly harmful and which are truly life-saving, you can protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and stay independent for years to come. Senior health tips like these can change the way you age. So let me ask, are you sure the vitamins you swallow each morning are really helping you or quietly hurting you? When you were 40, popping a daily multivitamin probably seemed harmless, maybe even smart. Your body was stronger then. The liver filtered toxins efficiently. Your kidneys flushed out excess with ease, and your blood vessels and nerves had resilience. But here's the reality. Once you pass 60, your biology changes in profound ways. What used to be helpful fuel can now become toxic overload. Think about your liver, the ultimate detox organ. By the time you reach your 60s, liver cells regenerate more slowly, meaning fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K can accumulate instead of being cleared. The kidneys, which once flushed away excess water-soluble nutrients like B6 or C, no longer work at peak performance. For seniors, this decline in efficiency means that supplements don't just pass through. They stay, they build up, and they quietly stress your organs day after day. Your blood vessels tell a similar story. In midlife, arteries are still elastic, directing calcium and nutrients where they belong. But with aging, arteries stiffen, and misplaced calcium from supplements can harden vessel walls instead of strengthening bones. This is why studies show seniors who take high-dose calcium without its partners, vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium, may face higher risks of heart disease rather than fewer fractures. The nervous system also changes. At 40, extra vitamin B6 supported metabolism and energy. At 65, high doses can linger in nerve tissue, becoming neurotoxic. Symptoms like tingling hands, balance problems, or brain fog are often dismissed as normal aging. In truth, they may be the result of silent vitamin overload. This is the paradox of senior wellness. The same pill that once helped you now has a different effect, simply because your body no longer processes it the same way. Clinical studies repeatedly confirm this pattern. Nutrients that protect younger adults can, in excess, increase risks for the elderly. So what does this mean for you? It means more is not always better after 60. Senior nutrition advice today emphasizes balance, synergy, and absorption, not megadoses. It means focusing on getting the right forms of vitamins, in the right amounts, often from food first, and using supplements only when necessary. And here's the key question. Why is something that once rescued you at 40 now dangerous at 65? The answer is simple but critical. Your body has changed, and your approach to vitamins after 60 must change with it. Ignore this, and you risk silent damage slowly building up inside, quietly weakening your heart, brain, and bones. Understand it, and you open the door to living stronger, clearer, healthier, and longer every single day. Number 1. Worst vitamin. Vitamin A. Retinol form. On the surface, vitamin A sounds like a hero. Doctors have long praised it for sharp vision, healthy skin, and strong immunity. And in the right amount, that's absolutely true. But here's the hidden danger. The retinol form of vitamin A, often packed into multivitamins or standalone capsules, behaves very differently in seniors compared to younger adults. Unlike water-soluble vitamins such as C or the B family that wash out in urine, retinol is fat-soluble. It doesn't leave your body quickly. Instead, it gets stored in the liver and fatty tissues. After 60, your liver slows down and fat distribution changes. This means your body can't process the excess efficiently. What you take today doesn't vanish tomorrow. It accumulates day after day until levels quietly creep into toxic territory. The scary part, the symptoms don't wave red flags at first. Dry skin, brittle hair, dizziness, blurred vision, constant fatigue, and joint pain are often brushed off as just normal aging. But they can be early signs of vitamin A overdose. Many seniors keep swallowing those bright capsules, not realizing that their daily health boost is fueling a silent problem. Science backs this up. A 2022 review published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with excess retinol had a 25% higher risk of atrial fibrillation, a dangerous irregular heartbeat that sharply increases the chance of stroke after 65. What looks like harmless aging may actually be a toxic buildup, undermining your heart's rhythm from the inside. And it doesn't stop there. If you regularly eat liver, fortified cereals, or dairy products on top of supplements, your intake can skyrocket without you even realizing. Think of it as pouring fuel into a tank that has no overflow valve. Eventually, it spills over, causing irreversible harm. But there's an important distinction. Not all vitamin A is bad. Beta-carotene, the plant-based form found in carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens, is far safer. Your body converts only what it needs into retinol and discards the rest. It's like a self-regulating system that protects you from overdose. That's why seniors should focus on colorful vegetables instead of popping high-dose retinol pills. The bottom line? Vitamin A in its retinol form may be one of the worst vitamins for seniors when taken without caution. The capsule you swallow this morning could be silently setting up tomorrow's stroke. Sometimes the enemy hides in plain sight, inside the very pill labeled for your health. Second worst vitamin number 2. Iron supplements. Iron is essential for life. It carries oxygen through your blood, fuels energy, and keeps your brain alert. For young adults and women of childbearing age, iron deficiency is common, and supplements can be life-saving. But for seniors over 60, the story flips completely. What once helped you thrive can quietly turn into one of the worst vitamins for seniors. The problem lies in biology. After 60, your body rarely needs extra iron unless your doctor specifically diagnoses anemia. Unlike some nutrients, iron has no natural exit route. Your body stores it in the liver, heart, and pancreas. Each tablet you swallow stacks on top of the last, gradually overloading your system. Over time, this excess becomes toxic, damaging tissues that are already more fragile with age. The signs are often subtle and misleading. Constant fatigue, joint aches, brain fog, and irregular heartbeats are brushed off as normal senior health problems. But they may be iron overload at work. Left unchecked, it can stiffen your arteries, weaken your heart, and even accelerate diabetes. According to the Mayo Clinic, high ferritin levels, an indicator of stored iron, are strongly linked with increased risk of cardiovascular disease and early mortality in older adults. Worse still, iron acts like a spark on dry wood when it comes to oxidative stress. Excess iron generates free radicals, tiny, unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate aging from the inside out. Think of it as rust forming in your body. The same process that eats away at metal over time can corrode your joints, nerves, and heart muscle when iron piles up beyond what your body needs. So why is this so dangerous for seniors? Because many multivitamins still contain iron by default, even though most people over 60 don't require it. Add in red meat, fortified cereals, or liver, and your intake can quietly soar. What used to be protective in your 30s and 40s can become destructive in your 60s and 70s. Here's the smarter approach. Unless a blood test confirms deficiency, seniors should avoid iron supplements altogether. Instead, focus on balanced foods, lean poultry, beans, lentils, and leafy greens, where iron comes naturally paired with fiber, antioxidants, and other nutrients that buffer its effects. The bottom line: iron may be vital in youth, but in senior health, too much is a silent killer. A simple pill can become a slow fuse, burning toward heart disease, diabetes, or worse. Sometimes, less truly is more. Third, worst vitamin number 3, calcium supplements. Calcium has always been marketed as the bone protector. For decades, seniors were told to swallow extra calcium tablets to prevent fractures and osteoporosis. The message sounded simple: more calcium equals stronger bones. But the truth is far more complicated. For seniors, piling on calcium supplements may actually do more harm than good, making it one of the worst vitamins for seniors when taken without balance. Here's why. Calcium doesn't work alone. To enter bones where it belongs, it needs partners like vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium. Without them, calcium can't be directed properly. Instead of strengthening your skeleton, excess calcium floats in the bloodstream, where it can deposit in places you don't want it: your arteries, kidneys, and joints. This is why so many seniors taking daily calcium pills end up with hardened arteries, kidney stones, or joint stiffness, despite doing the right thing. The symptoms can be subtle at first: muscle cramps, constipation, or fatigue that feel like ordinary aging. But beneath the surface, calcium overload is laying down silent deposits. Research published in the BMJ, British Medical Journal, found that seniors taking high-dose calcium supplements had a significantly higher risk of heart attacks. The reason is simple. When calcium bypasses the bone, it hardens the arteries, making the heart pump against stone-like walls instead of flexible vessels. And yet, the marketing persists. Walk down any pharmacy aisle, and you'll see bone health bottles lined up with calcium front and center. But here's the reality. Seniors usually get enough calcium from food: dairy, yogurt, leafy greens, nuts, and fortified products. What most lack is vitamin D or K2, the traffic directors that guide calcium into the right place. Without them, the extra tablets don't strengthen your bones. They weaken your health. So what should you do instead? Focus on balanced nutrition. Enjoy natural calcium-rich foods in moderation and pair them with D and K, 2 sources. Eggs, salmon, leafy greens, and fermented foods work in harmony with calcium to build bone strength safely. And if you do take supplements, they should never be calcium alone. They must be combined thoughtfully, based on blood work and medical advice. The bottom line: calcium itself isn't the villain, but calcium in the wrong form and the wrong context is dangerous. For seniors, more isn't better. Sometimes those chalky white tablets don't protect your bones. They silently harden your arteries. And that's a trade-off no one over 60 can afford. 4. Worst vitamin number 4. High-dose B6 vitamin B6 is often marketed as a nerve vitamin. Walk into any pharmacy and you'll see it promoted for tingling hands, restless legs, or nerve pain. Many seniors take it daily, hoping to calm numbness or cramps. But here's the paradox. In high doses, B6 doesn't heal nerves, it destroys them. That's why it sits at the very top of the list of the worst vitamins for seniors. The danger comes from dosage. Unlike B12, which is water-soluble and harmless even in high amounts, B6 becomes neurotoxic when levels climb too high. Seniors are especially vulnerable because the body processes vitamins more slowly after 60. What starts as a daily nerve support capsule can quietly build into toxicity. And the effects don't show up as stomach upset or fatigue. They target the very system you're trying to protect, your nerves. The signs are frightening, but easy to misinterpret. Loss of balance, numbness in the feet, pins and needles that don't fade, shaky walking that leads to falls. Many chalk this up to aging, arthritis, or just getting old. But in reality, excess B6 is silently stripping away nerve insulation, leaving pathways damaged. Instead of preventing tingling, it makes it worse. Science confirms this danger. A 2017 study in neurology found that seniors taking high-dose B6 had double the risk of peripheral nerve damage compared to those who didn't. This means that the very supplement advertised as protection may be accelerating disability, increasing fall risk, and reducing independence in older adults. For someone over 60, a single fall can change everything, from broken hips to lost mobility. The tricky part is how easy it is to overdose. B6 hides in multivitamins, fortified foods, and separate supplements. Many seniors unknowingly combine them, thinking, more is better. In reality, anything above 50 milligrams per day taken long-term is dangerous. Some products even contain 100 to 200 milligrams per capsule, far beyond what the body can safely handle. The smarter solution is balance. Your body only needs a small amount of B6, easily found in foods like fish, poultry, potatoes, and bananas. These natural sources give you exactly what you need without the toxic buildup. Supplements should only be used under medical guidance, and never in high doses. The bottom line: ask yourself this question. Are you taking B6 to heal your nerves, or are you unknowingly breaking them down faster? For seniors, high-dose B6 is not a friend. It's a hidden threat, disguised as help. Best number 4, magnesium. The good news is this: not all vitamins and minerals are harmful. In fact, some are game changers, nutrients that science proves can restore energy, balance, and strength after 60. And one of the most powerful is magnesium. Think of it as the master switch for your body. This single mineral powers over 300 essential functions, from muscle contractions to heart rhythm to sleep cycles. Without enough of it, nothing works smoothly. For seniors, magnesium deficiency is surprisingly common. Years of processed foods, certain medications like diuretics, and slower absorption with age leave many people running on empty. The results can feel relentless. Nighttime leg cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m., restless sleep that drains your energy, anxiety that won't fade, or a heartbeat that feels off. You might think these are just part of aging, but often they are signs of magnesium depletion. The danger isn't just discomfort. A study in the journal Circulation showed that seniors with low magnesium had a 50% higher risk of developing arrhythmias, irregular heart rhythms that can lead to stroke or sudden cardiac events. This means ignoring magnesium isn't just about muscle cramps, it could be about life or death. When magnesium levels dip, your body can't regulate electricity across nerves and muscles, leaving systems unstable. So how do you fix it? The key is form and timing. Not all magnesium is created equal. The oxide version you find in many cheap supplements passes right through the body with little absorption. But forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate are much more bioavailable, meaning your body can actually use them. Taking magnesium in the evening, an hour before bed, not only helps muscles relax, but also promotes deeper, restorative sleep, something every senior deserves. Food can help too. Almonds, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and even dark chocolate are rich natural sources. But realistically, most seniors will need a supplement to consistently reach optimal levels. The goal isn't megadoses, it's balance, restoring what modern diets and aging have taken away. The bottom line, magnesium is not just another supplement. It's the foundation of muscle strength, restful sleep, steady mood, and a calm, regular heartbeat. In a world where seniors are overloaded with pills they don't need, magnesium stands out as one mineral most truly do. Imagine turning back on 300 switches in your body simply by replenishing one missing piece. That's the power of magnesium. Best number 3. Vitamin D3. If magnesium is the spark that keeps your body running, vitamin D3 is the sunlight your cells can't live without. Often called the sunshine vitamin, it does far more than lift your mood. For seniors, vitamin D3 is one of the most powerful allies for independence, strength, and long-term vitality. And yet, it's also one of the most common deficiencies after 60. Why does this matter so much? Because D3 is the gatekeeper for calcium absorption, bone density, and muscle function. Without it, your body can't build strong bones, no matter how much calcium you swallow. The result? Fragile skeletons, weak legs, and a higher risk of fractures from even small falls. A 2018 meta-analysis in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors with low vitamin D levels had a 70% higher risk of falls and fractures compared to those with healthy levels. That means the difference between walking confidently and losing your independence could be traced back to this single nutrient. But bone health is only part of the story. Vitamin D3 is also critical for the immune system and muscle strength. Seniors with deficiency often report fatigue, low mood, and recurring infections. Some even feel their muscles give out more easily, making everyday tasks harder. What looks like normal aging is often a silent shortage of D3. The challenge is that natural sources dry up with age. Skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and many seniors spend less time outdoors. Add in sunscreen, cloudy climates, or darker winter months, and deficiency becomes almost inevitable. Food sources like salmon, sardines, and fortified dairy can help, but diet alone rarely provides enough. That's why supplementation matters. For most seniors, 1,000 to 2,000 international units of vitamin D3 daily, sometimes more, based on blood tests, can make the difference. It's important to choose D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, because D3 is the form your body uses most effectively. Pairing it with vitamin K2 is even better, because it directs calcium straight into the bones, not the arteries. The bottom line, vitamin D3 isn't optional for healthy aging. It's essential. It strengthens bones, steadies legs, sharpens immunity, and protects independence. For seniors who want to stay active and avoid the cycle of fractures, hospital stays, and immobility, vitamin D3 is not just a supplement. It's a lifeline. Best number 2. Vitamin B12. If vitamin D3 keeps your bones strong, vitamin B12 keeps your nerves and blood alive. This powerhouse vitamin is essential for red blood cell production, brain clarity, and steady leg strength. And yet, deficiency in B12 is one of the most overlooked health problems in seniors. So common that doctors often mistake its symptoms for just aging. In reality, low B12 can rob you of balance, energy, and independence. Here's why it matters. After 60, the stomach produces less acid, making it harder to extract B12 from food. Medications like antacids or diabetes drugs, metformin, block absorption even more. That's why studies show up to 20% of adults over 60 are deficient. The result isn't subtle. Tingling in the hands and feet, numbness, weakness in the legs, memory lapses, even depression, all can trace back to B12 deficiency. Many seniors stumble, fall, or feel their legs give out, never realizing the cause is something as simple as this missing vitamin. The science is sobering. A study in neurology reported that seniors with low B12 had significantly smaller brain volumes and faster cognitive decline. Another in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked deficiency with impaired balance and a higher risk of falls. That means without B12, you're not just losing strength, you're losing protection for your nerves and brain. So where do you get it? Unlike many vitamins, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal foods, fish, eggs, dairy, and meat. But even a steak dinner may not help if your body can't absorb it. That's why supplementation is so important for seniors. Sublingual B12 tablets, sprays, or even monthly injections bypass the stomach and go straight into the bloodstream, ensuring your cells actually get what they need. The best form? Methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. Active versions your body can use immediately. Cyanocobalamin, the cheap synthetic form, works but is less efficient. Consistent supplementation restores energy, sharpens memory, and protects the nervous system. Many seniors describe it as turning the lights back on after years of fatigue. The bottom line, vitamin B12 isn't just a nutrient, it's a lifeline for seniors over 60. Without it, nerves fray, legs weaken, and the brain dims. With it, you protect independence, confidence, and clarity. Among the best vitamins for seniors, B12 is not optional. It's foundational. Best number 1, omega-3, EPA and DHA. If there's one nutrient that deserves the crown for senior health, it's omega-3. These fatty acids, EPA and DHA, are not just supplements, they're life extenders. They support the heart, nourish the brain, calm inflammation, and keep joints moving freely. In fact, a landmark study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors with healthy omega-3 levels lived 36% longer than those who were deficient. That means more years of independence, more memories with family, and more time living fully, not just surviving. Omega-3 works on every level of aging. For the heart, it helps regulate rhythm, lower triglycerides, and keep arteries flexible. For the brain, it strengthens memory, mood, and focus, protecting against the fog and decline so many fear after 60. For the joints, it cools inflammation, making each step less painful and each movement smoother. And for the whole body, it's like oil for an aging engine, keeping the gears running without grinding. The tragedy is that most seniors don't get enough. Modern diets are heavy in omega-6 oils from processed foods, which fuel inflammation, but low in omega-3s. The result is a perfect storm: stiff arteries, inflamed joints, restless brains, and weakened legs. What seems like normal aging may just be deficiency. So how do you fix it? Food first. Wild salmon, smarksam, sardines, mantana bakshkrul. Jarrell and herring are among the richest natural sources. Just 2 servings a week can make a difference. For those who don't eat much fish, fish oil supplements for the elderly are a safe, proven solution. Look for products that list both EPA and D8, ideally with third-party testing for purity. Algae oil is a great plant-based option for those who avoid fish. The benefits aren't slow or vague, they're powerful and measurable. Seniors who restore omega-3 levels report clearer thinking, steadier moods, stronger steps, and even better sleep. Blood tests confirm the improvement, showing reduced inflammation markers and healthier lipid profiles. Omega-3 doesn't just promise healthy aging, it delivers it. The bottom line: if you could only choose one vitamin or supplement after 60, choose omega-3. It's not hype. It's one of the most studied, safest, and most effective ways to protect your heart, brain, and legs for the years ahead. Omega-3 is more than a nutrient. It's your ticket to longer life and lasting independence. We've come full circle. You've just learned how the vitamins sitting in your cabinet can be both your best friend or your silent enemy. For seniors over 60, the stakes are higher than ever. The wrong choice, like high-dose retinol, calcium pills without balance, iron overload, or excessive B6, can mean stiff arteries, nerve damage, memory loss, or even stroke. These aren't abstract dangers. They're the real risks millions of older adults face every day simply by following outdated advice. But here's the hopeful truth: the right vitamins can turn the story around. Magnesium restores calm sleep and stops painful cramps. Vitamin D3 builds strong bones and steadies your legs. Vitamin B12 reignites memory, mood, and balance. And omega-3, the crown jewel, keeps your heart beating steady, your brain sharp, your joints moving smoothly, and your years stretching longer. Choosing wisely means you don't just age, you age strong, with clarity, mobility, and independence. That is the power of applying the right senior health tips at the right time. Think about it this way: one bottle on your nightstand could be draining your energy, while another could be fueling your future. The contrast is sharp. Wrong vitamins equal higher stroke risk, weaker memory, painful joints, and falls that steal independence. The right vitamins equal sharper thinking, stronger legs, better sleep, and the joy of living on your own terms after 60. That's not just health, it's freedom. Now I want to turn the spotlight to you. Will you check your vitamin bottles tonight? Will you pause for a moment to ask, am I helping my nerves and bones, or quietly harming them? Your health after 60 isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. And every decision, every capsule, every habit counts. If this video opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And hit subscribe so you never miss our next lesson in healthier aging. Each week, we bring you science-backed guidance to keep you stronger, clearer, and more independent, because your best years are still ahead of you. And here's a teaser for what's coming. In our next video, we'll reveal the 5 types of meat you should never touch after 60. Foods that may be sabotaging your heart, joints, and circulation without you realizing it. You won't want to miss it. Remember, aging is inevitable, but decline is optional. Choose the right path, and you'll walk stronger, think clearer, and live longer.